You guys moving as a solid unit here. That's good. Keep going. Oh, beautiful. That's just the way we like to see them go in. It's not always that smooth. All right, guys, it is the big day. We have been incubating our eggs for 17, almost 18 days now. We are like right on the line there. So I have taken a hot shower and I've put the heater on in the bathroom and closed the door and trapped all that humidity and heat in there. And I'm going to bring the incubators in there with me. We are going to candle them again and see what they're doing at this stage of development. And we are going to take out the egg turners and let all of the eggs rest in there and begin to hatch. We call this lockdown. The reason why we call it lockdown is because once I put the lid back on and make sure everybody is where they need to be, the temperature is correct, the humidity is correct, add any extra water if I have to, that's it. I don't open that incubator again until I have chicks. And I have to be strict about that with myself, which is really hard, but it's important not to have the humidity fluctuate too much right at the end of hatching, because you can end up with a shrink-wrapped chick, which means that the humidity just decreases enough that the membrane kind of closes down around the chick and it makes it hard for the chick to get out. So we don't want that to happen. So I'm so excited, you guys. Some of these eggs are super rare. If you haven't been watching any of my other videos, if you're new to this channel, or if this is the first time that you've seen me talk about the eggs, I have Svarthona, which is an all black bones, black skin, black meat. It is a Swedish black hen is a common name that you can sometimes hear it referred to as. And they are rare and awesome. And I have Bielefelders, which is another rare heritage breed, dual purpose chicken, which is auto sex. So at hatch, I'll know if it's a boy or girl, which is super easy to allow us to separate who's for meat and who's for eggs, because they are auto sex, and they are dual purpose where they can be for meat or eggs. And I have some duck eggs that aren't going into lockdown. I'll show you what we're gonna do with those. I'm gonna divide the two incubators at this point today, and we're gonna have just one with chicken and one with duck, and the duck will continue because they have another 7 days to go, in addition to the chicken eggs of 21 days. So the ducks go 28 days. I'm babbling, I'm excited. I'll take you along. Let me get these incubators in the bathroom and we'll get started. Here are all of the eggs in this incubator. I'm going to lift them very carefully so that this egg turner doesn't shift and fall apart. Oh, be careful, Rose. Very carefully set this down on the ground. And then I'm going to go one by one, checking each egg and putting them on the mesh here. You don't have to have any paper towel or anything in between. Just straight on the mesh is perfectly fine for the eggs and the chicks as they hatch. So here we go. Got my awesome magic flag handler. Turn out the light and we'll get started. Great size and veining, looking good. Usually much darker and fuller than that, so a little questionable, and I just lay them on their side. Okay. So this one is much fuller with the dark. So that first egg may have stopped developing at a certain point. It's hard to tell, and there's no way to know other than to let them either hatch or do an egg topsy at the end. So 21 days is the number of days it takes to hatch. Definitely see movement. See, now this one's just as full as the other one, but I see movement. So I know it's okay. It's still developing, so I might just have some smaller chicks or slower to develop chicks that are going to take a little longer to hatch. So 21 days is the number of days that you generally take to hatch. We always go a few days past 21 days so that we get to make sure that everybody's had an equal opportunity to hatch. So what I'm looking for is any that are obviously bad. We don't want to leave bad eggs in our incubator and have them explode or anything. Oh, see, this one's much more solid in darkness. So it could just be different sized chicks. I don't know everything, I just know some. And I do my best with what I do know. This is a cream light bar egg that was cracked and it is fine. It is moving. It's great. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I felt like my last, oh, I see the chick moving. I felt like my last one was a bit of a long video for people who might not be interested in hatching eggs, but for those that are, I feel like this is a really good thing to see if you've never hatched eggs before and you don't know what you're looking for. It helps. See how cool it looks. See the chick moving? You see that? Healthy chick. He says, what are you doing? Why are you moving me? Always handle your eggs very gently. Now, we'll do the Bielefelders. And these are one of our rare. And they look great. Oh yeah. Oh gosh, did you see that? Some movement. Oh, you see that? See this? I'm trying so hard to hold the eggs closer to the camera because the last video I felt like I could see it better than you guys could, and I'm trying to get the right angle for you. If I hold it away from my viewing angle, then I can't tell if you're seeing it well. Lots of fluttering in that one. It's almost like they react to seeing the light. I hope you guys can see that. Just got some good movement in that one. I do have a link for this egg handler if you are interested in it. I do highly recommend it because it's really easy to see inside and know what's going on with this. And I've used, you know, just flashlights in the past, and it was very difficult to actually see what was happening. So I do definitely recommend it. What happens if I do it this way? Can't see. Yeah. So I always put the light on the air sac end so that the light can shine through. And you can see what's going on there. last Bielefelders. They all looked good. They all showed some movement. Ooh, easy Rose. Rested my arm a little too heavily on the edge there. I was just trying to hold it with my arm to make sure it didn't tip over the edge. And now, they're very special. Sparred. Oh no. It's got a bit of a double air sac there. Don't think really harms anything. There's definitely movement. I hope you guys can see that. So cool, you can almost make out body structure. I started to wonder if the Svarthona might hatch earlier because they are a smaller egg. It just kind of stands to reason smaller egg would hatch sooner. Like quail hatch earlier. These guys look like they still got some development to go. So that is that incubator. I'm gonna go get the other one and transfer the chicken eggs into here. Got a lot of Easter eggers and olive eggers. I'm kind of excited because our rescue squad eggs from our rescue squad tractor could end up as turkey necks because there's a turkey neck rooster in there. Those are the naked neck, if you've never seen them. Really cool. And he's really cool. He's a nice chicken. A nice rooster. So it'd be good to have more of his genetics laying olive eggs, especially. That's interesting. That's good. Kind of trying to place the similar eggs together as I go. Some of these Easter eggers are crossed with my olive eggers, or from the olive eggers, and crossed with cream leg bar rooster. And some are crossed with my Americana rooster, or the other new Americana rooster. So it's going to be interesting to see. Overall though, we should get a lot of blue, green, olive colored eggs from this batch of hens as they develop and become old enough to lay eggs. Their eggs will be all different ranges of blues and greens and olives, which is what we like personally, just as a preference for beauty. I like a beautiful tray of eggs, basket of eggs. It's not practical, it's just cool. But I did try to choose the larger of the egg layers for practical reasons. I do have some practical. You guys will get to see them in my vlog if you're subscribed and you're not getting notifications. There's a little notification bell next to the word subscribe, whether you're in your app or on the computer. Click on that little bell, it'll ask you if you want to receive notifications. That way you won't miss when they start to hatch. There's a good chance that I might experiment with going live with the hatch. I've never gone live on YouTube before. Even though I wasn't able to put more than 42 eggs in the incubator when the egg turner was in here, I am able to do so now. The egg turner only holds 42 eggs. And once I take the egg turner out, I'm able to fit more. I can see movement in that one. So that's why it was, guys, that's so important to have 2 incubators going, because I needed to keep 1 incubator still going because of the duck eggs, which we are almost at. I have 2 more chicken eggs to look at. That'll be 1. Last but not least, another one. Alright, that's it for that incubator. Now we are going to look at the duck eggs. We're going to look at the anaconda first. Anaconda. Wow. Are you guys seeing this? I've never been able to see into a duck egg with just a flashlight. You see that? Oh, I just felt it tapping on the egg. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. You see that? I really hope you can see this. I have no idea. I'm looking up at you. I'm looking up at the viewing screen on my camera and trying to see, but I can't tell what's showing up and what's not. It just looks like a blur when I'm looking with you guys. So I hope some of this movement gets picked up by the camera. And it sure is. So cool. I don't know if it's moving. I'll just hold it here for a second. Super awkward. So maybe next hatch I'll have a better system in place on how to hold the camera better. I think if I had a cameraman. Oh yeah, movement, definitely movement. I love it. I love hatching eggs. I love seeing new life being formed inside the shell and watching it develop from tiny noticeable embryo all the way up. First pip, seeing the first little wet chick pop out. I hope you guys can see this because this one's really jumping. The whole experience is fantastic, including the breeding, you know, choosing which combinations I want in my flock. This is the silver Appleyard duck egg. We have just a couple of these. Looks like it's growing and developing, which is fine. We just have a couple more. Oh, that one is not. Nope. Super dead. Let's hope it doesn't explode. I don't know how I missed it. Oh, you know what? I had a question mark on the tip of it. I didn't miss it. It just wasn't positive. Alright. All right, so that was really cool getting to see all of the eggs and how well everything is done. This hatch is looking like it's gonna be one of my best hatches ever. I'm really excited about it. I think it's definitely the best hatch egg-wise, like what eggs I have chosen to put in the incubator. I think this is pretty much the best I've ever done at that standpoint. And I think it's the best percentage I've ever seen at this point. Now, this is no promise that they're all gonna hatch. There's a good chance we're gonna lose a lot. I mean, at least I have before, so I won't be surprised if they don't all hatch. Usually, the ones that have developed this far do pretty well hatching. You might lose a couple to different reasons, whether it's shrink wrap and from low humidity or sometimes you don't even know. So that's always hard to deal with, but you deal with it, and you get a good hatch like this, and you get excited, and you know that you're gonna have a bunch of little baby chicks running around and some really cool ones. And anyway, so I'm super excited. I hope you guys are excited too, and keep watching because it could be any day now. So we're just a couple of days away from day 21 on these chicken eggs. I'm really excited, and I hope you are too. Make sure you hit the bell for the notifications. All right, don't forget, we have the contest going on for a seed giveaway for our 1,000 subscribers. If you watch the video that I made on that and comment in the comments that you have entered by sharing that video, you will be entered to win some seeds. So go check that out, and we'll see you next time on Wholesome Roots.